Alright guys, this message is going to be for Taurus or Taurus cross watcher. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I wrote a little bit down before I started. Basically, I got that your person, whoever this is, for whoever this message is for, they know that there's a huge decision they need to make, and it's one that's been tiresome and painful for them. It's plaguing them. To be completely honest, again, this could be reversed. It's a decision that's had this person kind of backed into a corner, backed into a wall, but quite honestly, if we're all being open about it, they played a role in the position that it is in right now. Do you know what you see what I'm saying? Basically, it's like that saying, if you make your bed, you have to lie in it, as we all have to. This person has made a bed at some point in time that they wanted to make. I'm in a bed. They sat in a bed that they wanted to sit in. Okay, they laid in a bed that they wanted to lay in, and now we're at a crossroads, almost like of. I think this person's been there, though. I think they've been there, and I also feel that there's moments this person has tried to move forward and even have a different life without addressing whatever this is. I think it's completely unrelated to you, okay? But it's affecting you, or it will if this hasn't happened yet. It's affecting you. It's affecting the connection between the two of you, and it's because this person, it feels like, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. I don't know this person at all. I don't know them on a personal level. This is just what I'm getting. It's like they're trying to outrun a prior life or something like that without really addressing it. There's something there, there's a lesson there that they don't want to face, or they don't want to address or see the part that they played in it, even if they're ready to move forward, which I totally get that. Like, I actually do get that. I do get that. I think we can all relate to that in some way, in our own way. I understand why this person would rather just forget it and rather just move forward and things just be easy, but that's not this life. This life is not easy. I mean, it's really not. It's really not. Nothing's worth having and the knowledge worth acquiring. It's through pain, really, that we are liberated and reborn. So, you've got someone here who they've really had some tough decision to make. It's a decision. There's a main one. There could be several, but there's a main one, and something they're needing to face, and they're terrified to do it. They've been terrified this whole time to really face it. Maybe even there's almost like this feeling of trying to escape it. Why do I feel like someone's tried to escape something from before and then being upset with it for knowing that there's this anger there, there's this my nose is itching, so I must be on, I mean, my hair is blowing in my face, but I must be on to something here. It's like you can't just outrun it. It's really not fair. And then be upset with it for blowing up or being angry the way that it is. You can't outrun. None of us can. You know, but I do get why we'd want to, because, like, let's say we're different now. Why would we want to keep reliving something that's painful, or that we're past, we're over, we're ready to move forward on, we're ready to have a different life. We didn't even know better then, whereas now we're a completely different person. Like, I totally get that, but it wouldn't be right to just whatever this is. See, I don't know what the decision is, but it's something big. It's something really big, and this person can't just outrun. They can't outrun this. It's almost like they just want to, like, a complete start over without finishing what's over here first. You know, it's almost like you can't get married until you get a divorce. You know what I mean? You can't outrun it. I don't know if that's what it is here, but it's along those lines, like someone maybe wanting to start a whole new family here and completely forget what they have over here, or this is what someone's done already, but it's like something in some way, shape, or form, whether they have a lot of pushback from the ex or this and that, of course, because there's this abandonment factor where it's like, how can you do more over here, but over here you can't. Like, you can't just, it's almost like neglecting a responsibility. Someone's wanted to neglect responsibilities, and this is why they, I think, are in a kind of like a loop, like a cycle. I am itching. My face is killing me. I'm gonna have to turn this fan off. It's getting on my nerves. Because what's going to happen is it's going to fall on you now, or it's been falling on you, or for whoever this is for, it could be a totally reverse. This could be even something that's happened on the outside of you. It's going to fall on you now, where you're going to get your heart broken because this person has like karma or something they're trying to outrun. We've all been there. We've all been there. Even if people say they haven't, yes, we have, or we will be. Okay, it's just kind of, we get tired of it. You know, it's like, oh, it's like, you know, when you reach, it's something my daughter's going through right now. She's literally graduating, and she's like, oh, we get senioritis. Like, I'm already at that stage now where I'm like, I'm so over school, but I'm like, you still gotta go. You still gotta go and finish out your senior year. But it's very hard for all seniors to want to do that because they're like, oh my God, 12 years of being in this shithole, like, I'm done, you know? Totally get it. Really understandable. We've all been there. But you can't just shuck the responsibility because you're ready to move forward. Like, we have to do things in steps, and when we don't, I mean, sometimes we can avoid, and we can run away, and we can shuck our responsibilities and just kind of, sometimes we can, but eventually it comes back to bite us in the ass later on, and then we're like, why is this happening to me? This is such a stress and blah blah blah, but it's because of something we didn't handle properly back there. I mean, this isn't me saying I know everything. I myself go through it, but this is why I can see what's happening here. It's relatable. It's entirely relatable, and I think we can all, for being honest with ourselves, relate to this person. Like, I get it, but this is why. And then what's going to happen? We get where we outrun that effectively. We don't completely handle everything we need to handle, and then right here, whatever we've moved into now eventually is going to be what this is. Okay, my sperm donor and my incubator, y'all know I'm adopted, they did the same thing to me. Thought we're going to have a baby, I'm going to trap him with a baby, but then realized the trap didn't work because he didn't want me, nor did she. This isn't hard feelings, this is just the truth. I mean, this is per my experience, this is my story. And then later on realized I'm going to blow the fuck up on them because I did. I had to get it out because it's fucking awful. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? This is something I've experienced personally towards me and outwardly myself. And so, you know, I can see it. And I'm like, we can't outrun and then be like, you know, my sperm donor, he took it. He actually took it. I was shocked. I was shocked that he didn't get offended by anything I said because, you know, ego is a big bitch and we all have it. And so he didn't. He shockingly, I think, and I'm just one of the things he tried to outrun and escape from, and then think that it wasn't going to like bite him in the ass later on. But there were a lot, and yeah, I mean, a lot of us he wronged, but we all wrong. We all do wrong, all of us. We all try to outrun and get away from it, but it's like, listen, eventually, you know. But the incubator was one I really couldn't respect because she couldn't acknowledge her wrongs. It was just victim, 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 victim. I was too young, and I was under the influence of things, and I had rose-colored glasses, and they tricked me, and it's like, can you take any accountability? You know what I mean? Some of you have family that will not take accountability. You're the bad guy. You're the bad girl. This doesn't have to be romantic. Whoever this is, whether you're even in their life or not, some of you moved on from this person or these people, this family, because you don't want any part of them. You let them click together and have their little whatever, and you're like, I don't want any part of it, you know, because these are people who will always play the victim. They'll always be blah, 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 and really ultimately what it is they have a huge decision to make, and the decision would be facing with where they went wrong, and stop trying to make me be like I did everything wrong. Like it takes two to tango here, and we've all done wrong, and so that's what I get here. And so you may be like the new person who comes into someone's life, especially if this is romantic, whether this has already been going on a few years or whatever or not. But where we will run into a wall is because they're wanting to hit this reset with you before closing out properly something over here, or even addressing or having learned the lessons over here. We've all done it. I'm telling you, we've all done it. I've went through this so many times in my life, like this specific scenario where I've tried to escape it, tried to run it, like myself. Not only has it been done to me, I've been the one doing it, and then you just realize you can't, because we're all in one big moment. So the past is the present, and the future is the present. We're all in a moment right now. It's just one big moment, and it's kind of hard to wrap our head around, even myself. But like we are. Your past is your future, and your present, and the future doesn't exist because we don't know what's going to happen the next second. So we're all in one big moment, and yes, you're dealing with a person or people, could be more than one, family, friend, whether you're estranged from them now or not. You've had to force yourself to get over it, move on, move away from these people, this person, romantically, and it's because it's going to threaten to drag you down with it, because this person, these people, whoever, have things that they're trying to escape and run from, and just kind of not deal with it and learn the lesson, because it's extremely painful. They're terrified. They want to they don't want to feel the pain. I'm telling you right now, this is someone who doesn't want to feel the pain of addressing, and something to do with addressing. Some of you may try a new dressing in the near future, like literally a salad dressing, or you make your own dressings, or something to do with the dressing, or dressing. Some of you make dressing, like for Thanksgiving or whatever. Okay, maybe you try a different recipe for dressing, or you're doing the dressing this year, or something to do with a dressing. But yeah. Real quick before we go, I've never made a dressing. It looks disgusting to me, but what is in it? What all is in a Thanksgiving dressing? Okay, bread, celery, onions, sometimes apples, chestnuts, thyme, and sage. Just kind of put it all together. Herbs, spices, vegetables, bread or biscuits, cornbread, sausage or other meats. It can be moistened with broth or stock and baked in a casserole dish. Yeah. You can also call it stuffing. Something here to do with a little bit of everything. In any case, I think that someone here, maybe they're coming to terms with that now. Maybe they're not trying to outrun something. Maybe you yourself will or have already said this to someone because you've faced things in your life and you know that it's better to face things than to run from them. And maybe you've told this person, or you've been an example to them. Maybe you haven't told anyone here, vice versa. And you've just been, again, an example because you address things instead of escaping from them and running from them and playing a victim or whatever. And seeing your part in them, even if you were a victim in a lot of it. And maybe this person's seen that and it's done something to them, because I feel like this person, whoever this is, or if it's a couple of people, it feels like one individual at least, even if others are involved, one particular person here. If it's romantic, it's that one, where they are going through type of awakening. It's like a spiritual adjustment, and they are realizing that there is something really major they need to do, and they should have done it before now. But maybe their pride got in the way. I don't know. This is someone who really wants a complete new start in life. They want to start over. But it's like, the only way to completely start over is when we leave this planet, and if we come back, because we don't know, do we actually know if we do or not? But if we do, then that's a whole start over, and then we can start all over. Other than that, we're not really starting all the way over, because we never know what's going to pop back up and come in, and we have to address it and deal with it. And that's a fucked up truth, but it is. It's the truth. It's a painful truth for all of us. All of us go through that. But that's what happens unless we're dead. You know what I mean? That's what happens. But alright guys, thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Guys, I wanted to say something else. After I clicked off the video, I thought about it, and I was thinking, whether it's a relationship that someone had with another that they kind of tried to escape, or an aspect of it, a connection, a relationship they had with a child of theirs, or a family situation, maybe even a connection they had with you before. Whoever this is to you that has been trying to escape something, or just not really dealing with it or handling it before, trying to just brush over it and start afresh over here, or start afresh with you again, or for the first time. Could even be an addiction. Could be a trauma. It's something someone, whoever they are, hasn't really addressed. I mean, not really. And the part that it still actually is actively playing on their life right now, and on the way that they are, and the way that they view the world, the way that they do things. This is all of us. I mean, this could relate to all of us. But that's what I'm also getting. So I wanted to specify before we got off here, it doesn't just have to be like something they're avoiding from their past. It could be something they're avoiding handling, between something that happened between the two of you, and then just trying to brush over it and act like it never happened. But it's like, we can't move forward like that. Or something, whether it was a relationship or not, like a romantic one they dealt with before, an aspect of that needs to be dealt with. Otherwise it's coming back to bite them in the ass, and harder, or it will. And they're trying to avoid that as long as they can by themselves sometimes, hope that they don't have to. It could be, again, like an addiction or something. Or in my situation, it was like I let my sperm donor have it, and my incubator have it years and years later. I'm talking years later, you know? It's something like that. It could be something they've been running from, or you, if it's reversed. So we'll leave it there. I just wanted to throw that in there to kind of clarify a little bit and give a little bit more details of what this could possibly be. So yeah, whoever this is to you, Taurus cross watcher, a current person, a person you've recently had to move on from, kind of get over because they couldn't admit something, or really couldn't move forward from something, or was running from something in some way, and it came back to bite them in the ass, or it will, or something. This is something that will happen or did. Maybe it's a friend or a family member or something, and it's like it can't, so you have to move forward and you move on, and it puts somebody where it almost like pushes them to have to make a decision that they really didn't want to have to make, but you've had to do it in your own life, and you probably can't be around people or a person who refuses to do that in their own. It just, you know what I mean? And then you end up inheriting all the things they're trying to run from, and those things eventually come back to bite them in the ass, but ultimately you as well, because you're involved. Or if it is someone who currently, who like was in your life before, and then they try to come back and then start over like nothing, it's like, no, we have to address what you did back there. I had to address my part I played in it. You also have to do it, and really acknowledge, and we have to make sure the lessons are learned. Otherwise we're repeating, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, this is a strong message, but I'm going to go now. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.